Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining today's meeting. Right, so my name is Izel Sitole, the CAT teacher, and in today's lesson, we are going to look at the text functions. The text functions, we have the text functions. With the text function, right, so by the end of this lesson, you'll be able to explain the text functions. But for today, the text functions that we are dealing with is the mid, the left, and the right function. Left, right, and mid text functions. All right. So by the end of this lesson, you will be able to explain what these functions are, how are they used, and you'll also be able to use these text functions. Use them to find, manipulate, and extract specific information from a data. Right, so a big part of processing and analyzing data in a spreadsheet is to move, join, and extract any relevant text or data that you want to analyze or export to be used in a presentation. So in order to make this process easier, Excel has been equipped with text functions. So these functions allow you as the user more freedom when it comes to selecting and finding specific pieces of text, as well as how that text is represented. So you can use the left, right, and the mid function. There's other text functions, but for today we are looking at the left, right, and the mid function. So yes, Excel has been equipped with these functions to help you as the user, to help you with more freedom when it comes to selecting and finding specific pieces of text. Right, so let's see. The first text functions that we will take a closer look at is, like I have said, left, right, and mid functions. These functions allow the user to extract a specific part of the text information that is contained within a cell. So this function helps the user with extracting a specific part of the text or information that is contained within a cell. Okay, now the left and right functions. The left and right functions. This is how they look. So here is my left function. This one right here is my right function. Right, so with the left function, when you are inserting the function, you need to start with an equal sign to show that you are using a function. Then comes the function name. So if you are using left, then say left equals left. If you are using the right function, say equals right. Right, so the cell, now after the name of the function, you need to select the cells, the cell that contains the text data, right? And then the number of characters that should be returned, right? So on this example, left, so this one, left will return three letters, 3 letters from the left hand side of this text. So this will return 3 letters from the text that is in cell A1. So 3 letters, 3 first letters on the left in the cell A1. And then right will return the last 3 letters of what is there in cell A1. I'll show you just now. Okay, so let's see an example. I have my Excel spreadsheet. So on this one, the left function was used to extract the first 2 letters of Amanda. So on this cell, the left function was used to return the first 2 letters from this cell. So let's see, equals left B2 and number 2. So this left is the function name, then B2 from this cell, please return the first 2 letters, the 2 letters on the left hand side. 2 letters on the left hand side. So in B2, here is B2, B2 left, this is the left hand side, left, 2 characters. So this will return the A and M, A, M. This function will return the A, M. Okay, let's practice how to insert the function. So now let's say maybe we want to get the first 2 letters or the 2 letters on the left hand side. I want to extract these 2 letters from this cell. I'm going to use the left equals left. So left returns the specified number of characters from the start of a text string. So this one will return the specified number. If I want 2, then it will return 2 numbers from the start of a text string. So from the start of the name Annie. So here is the cell I want to extract text from. So left will return the 2 letters because I want the 2 letters. It will return the specified number of characters from the start of a text string. So here is Annie. Here is the cell B3. So from B3, I want the left function to return 2 letters. So 2 letters from this function from this cell using the left function. So the left function will return the first 2 letters because I want 2. So it will return the first 2 letters, the specified number of characters from the start of a text string. So from the start of this text, this will return the specified number. Let's see, equals left, then you need to select the text that you want to extract. Here is the text. So the text is in cell B3. Now, the number of characters. I want 2 characters and close. 2 characters. Let's see if it works. Okay, I have an error. I should should use a semicolon, not a comma. So AN, can you see left equals left, where B3, so the text in B3, I want this function to return the first two characters, so the two characters on the left hand side. So I have the two characters. Then to copy this using autofill, I can do this. So this one, for this column, I have used the left function. So left function to return two letters from the first names. So the first name, Amanda, I used the if function to return the first two letters starting on the left hand side. That's why I'm saying left function. So left function returns the number of specified characters starting from the beginning of the text. Right, so now with the right function. Now right function, right does the opposite of left. Now right returns the specified number of characters from the end of a text string, meaning from the end. So with Amanda, with the name Amanda, the right function will return the specified number of characters, but from the end of the text string, from the right hand side, starting from, starting at the end of a text string. So starting from this side. So I want to return the last two characters that are in the name or the text Amanda. Use the right function to return from what? Amanda. Which characters? I need to specify the last two characters. The last two characters. Yes. So I have the DA. DA is the last two letters or last two characters in the text Amanda. Right, so let's copy this and see if it has extracted two letters from each first name. Yes, Annie, I can see the IE, the last two characters. Billy, Eva, Joe, I can see it. Now, what I want you to take note of. So you need to take note that it is not necessary to specify the number of characters that you want to return. So now Excel allows, or with Excel, you can use these functions. These functions can be used. You can say equals left and select the text and then leave it like that without specifying the number of characters. Still fine, it won't be an error. But then if you leave it like this without specifying or without giving the number of characters that you want this function to return, this function will then give you one character. So with the left function, if you do not specify how many characters do you want, the left function will only give you one letter starting from the left. So from the left, on the left hand side, it will give you one letter, meaning for this example, it will give you the A for Amanda. Let's see. Can you see? So A Why? Because I did not specify. Okay. Okay. So also with the right function, if you do not specify how many characters do you want, or how many characters do you want this function to return, if you do not specify, then this function will only return the last letter, meaning the first letter starting from the right hand side. So it will return just this letter, first character from the right hand side, or the last character of the text. Right, so let's see if I copy this. Yes, so for everyone, now with any, it only gives me the E, the last character, which is E. So E is the first character starting from the right. So I used the right function, but I did not specify how many characters am I looking for. So this function only returned the first letter or the first character from the right hand side. Okay, so I hope you guys understand what I am trying to say. Right, so okay. All right, so yes, now let's go back and see, go back to our presentation. Right, so it is not necessary to specify the number of characters that you want to return. However, if you leave out this specification, the function will simply return the first character of the original text. For example, if the target cells contains hello and you are using the formula equals left. So formula equals left, and then the hello is in the cell A1. So if you are using the formula left equals left A1, so A1 contains this text hello. So this function, if you do not specify how many characters do you want it to return, then it will only give you the first one. It will give you the first one with the left function. But then with the right would give you the last one, right? Meaning the first one starting from the right hand side. It would give you an O, just O, because it did not specify. So it is not necessary to specify the number of characters that you want to return, unless the requirement says maybe return 2 characters, then you have to return 2 characters. And then if you are working on a spreadsheet, maybe on your own, you are doing a research, or you are just using the spreadsheet for something else, and you wanted to return a specified number, then you should specify so that you can get what you are looking for. Right. Now, let's see the next one. The mid text function. So we are done with the left and the right text functions. Now we are looking at the mid text functions. Sorry, the mid text function. With the mid text function, now With this function, first you need to indicate that you are using a function one by selecting or inserting the equals sign. So you need to insert the equals sign first, and then the function name, which is mid. After mid, then comes the cell that contains the data. The cell that contains the data. Then the position of the first character you want to return, the number of characters that should be returned. So with mid A1, so equals mid A1, this is where, this is the cell that contains the data. Mid equals mid A1, then 4. This 4 means this 4 is for the position of the first character you want to return. So in the middle of the text of the data, you must specify the position of the first character. Where do you want this function to start collecting or extracting the information or the data? The number of characters that should be returned. So with this function, let's see how I can use this function. Right, so remember, you must always start with the equal sign, then the name of the function. So mid returns the characters from the middle of a text string, given a starting position and length. So with this one, you need to first select the text. So I want this function to extract data from this cell. Select the text first. So here is the text. After the text, the start number. So I have how many letters? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, I wanted to start by M. Amanda, I wanted to start by M. So M, the start number. For M is the second character. So I wanted to start here on the M and end here on the character N, or the letter N, sorry, the letter N. So I wanted to have these 3 characters. 3 characters starting from the second character. So 3 characters, but starting from the second one. So from M, so this 2 is for where you want this to start at. So I want it to start at M, because M is the second letter. That's why I have the number 2. So number 2 stands for the second letter. So I want it to start by the second letter, which is M, and end in the letter N. So 1, 2, 3. So it will start here, and then it will return 3 characters, meaning it's M, A, and N. 1, 2, 3. Then close the bracket. Yes, so it worked. Let's see. So equals mid, then the text is in B2. So here is the text. The number where you want it to start. So the start number for this one was M. So M is the second letter. That's why I used the number 2. Then how many characters do I want from this one? Starting from 2, and then how many characters from 2? 3. I want 3 characters. 3 characters, the M, A, and D. So from 2, starting at 2, that's 1, 2, and 3. So M, A, and N will be returned. Here is M, A, and N. So this is how we use the need function. Right, so let's copy. Okay, so if we use autofill, this is copied, or this formula is copied to the other cells. So on this one, let's see any middle starting from the second, but I want 3 letters starting from the second, then 3 letters. So it's N, N, I. Here is N, N, I, 3 letters. For Billy, I is the second character. I is the second character. So how many characters from I? 1, 2, 3. So ILL will be returned. Yes, we have ILL. Okay, now with Eva has 3 letters. Now Eva has 3 letters. So I used the function, the meet function. I wanted this function to start at the letter number 2. So for Eva has 3 letters. So it has started at V, the second letter, 1, 2, we don't have the third letter. So it returned just 2 letters. Can you see? The same thing with Joe and Ray. So 2, starting at 2, 2, but give me 3 characters. 2, this is 1, 2, we don't have the third character, then it gave me 2 characters. Same thing with Ray. Right, so yes, that's how we use the need function. So the need function, we said it should have the equal sign to indicate that you are using a function. The need, the name of the function, which is need, and then the cell that contains the data, the cell that you want to copy data from. So A1 is the cell that contains the data. Now, where do you want it to start? On the 4th character. On the 4th character. 4th character. Then from the 4th character, I want it to give me 3 characters. It should return 3. So starting from 4, from the 4th letter, it will give me the next 3 letters, starting from the 4th one, 1, 2, 3. Then it will return those letters. Okay, so with this one, unlike the left and right functions, you always need to specify the position of the first character as well as the number of characters that should be returned when using the need function. So with the left and right functions, you were allowed, or you are allowed, to not specify the number of characters that you want these functions to return. the left and right functions. So if you don't specify these functions give you an answer, but they only give you the first letters. So first letter from the right and first letter from from the right and first letter from the left. So with the left and right functions, you can you're allowed not to specify or specify the number of characters that you are looking for. If you don't specify these functions, give you the first letter on the left and first letter on the right. But then with the mid function, now with the mid function, you always need to specify the position of the first character, as well as the number of characters that should be returned when using this function, which is mid function. You need to specify. If you do not specify, you will receive an error notifying you that there's too few arguments were entered for the function. Let's see an example. Let's see if we do not specify the number of characters that we want, the number of characters and the start number. So here is my mid function. Okay. So here is my formula. I'm using the function mid. Right, so if I do not specify, let's see, the text, I select the text, but now I do not specify the start number and the number of characters. Let's see. So with this one, it doesn't allow me not to specify the number of characters and the start number. So if you do not specify the start number and the number of characters when you are using the mid function, this will return an error message. So the message will tell you that you have entered too few arguments for this function. So always with the mid function, you must specify the state. You must indicate the start number, insert the start number, and the number of characters that you want. Let's see if I select the text. So text is selected. I wanted to extract data from this cell, from this data, from the word Amanda. So I gave it, the start number. So I have my start number. I wanted to start at number 2. What happens if I specify the start number, but then leave the number of characters out? Let's see. An error message again. So you must always, you must make sure that your start number, when you are using the mid function, make sure that you always have your start number. So you must specify the position of the first character, right? So the start number, so the first character as well as the number of characters. So you must always specify. You must always specify with the mid function. All right, so yes, guys, in today's lesson, in today's lesson, we have learned about the left and right text functions as well as the mid text function. Let's see if we now meet this requirements. Remember, I told you that after this lesson, you will be able, or you should be able, to explain the text functions. Are you able to explain the text functions now? Yes, yes, you are. You now know what the left function is, the right function, as well as the mid function. So you can explain if someone asks you. So if they ask you what is the left function, what is the right function, and as well as the mid function, by now you are able to explain these text functions, and you are able to use these functions. You are able to use these functions to find, manipulate, and extract specific information from data. So now you are able to use the left, right, and the mid function in order to find, manipulate, and extract specific information from data. Right, so yes, guys, and yeah, that's it for today. So we have an activity. So the activity, first you need to open the spreadsheet, add text functions. So my spreadsheet is already opened. Now extract the first two characters of each person's first name. Now we need to extract the first two characters of each person's name. Let's see. The first two characters of each person's name. The first two characters. Okay, so if I want to extract the first two characters, so the first two characters are on the left hand side. So that means I will use the left function. Left function, so we must extract, let's see the question again. Extract the first two characters of each person's name. So first two characters of each person's name. Okay, so first two characters for each person's name. So here is my function, left, and then left the text from this person's name. I want to extract the first two letters. So equals left, the text which is in B2, and then 2, because I want to extract only the first two letters. Let's see if it works. Okay, there's an error. I used a comma instead of a semicolon. So first two letters. So this has helped me extract the first two letters of each person's name. So for every person's name, I have extracted the first two letters using the left function. Now, the second question says, extract the last four characters of each person's last name. Right, so with the first one, I made an example. Instead of using the first name, I used the last name. So I need to go back and fix what I have done wrong. Okay, so now with this one, I have to extract the last 4 characters of each person's last name. So 4 characters of each person's last name. So if I want the last, oh no. My left function, I did what is required of me to do, extract text from the first name. So now I must extract the last 2 characters from the last name. Last name, so the last name, the last name, how many characters again? 4 characters. So it says the last 4 characters of each person's last name. 4 characters. So I'm going to use the write function because write will help me extract the last 4 letters of this people's last name. So write the text. Where is the text? There is the text. So the text is in A2, and then how many characters? 4 characters. Yes, we have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4, the last 4 characters in each person's last name. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Matthews 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. Right, so the next question. Create a special code for each person by extracting 2 characters from each person's name, starting from the second character. Okay, so I guess for this one, we should use the mid function. Create a special code for each person by extracting 2 characters from each person's name. Because there's no, it is not specified how many characters, from which side, the left or the right, left, right, or mid. So for now, I'm going to use mid because I want to extract 2 characters from each person's name. So in the middle of each person's name. Extract 2 characters from each person's, let's say, first name. Each person's name. So with the mid function, I'm going to use this function to create a special code for everyone using their names. So I'll extract data from their names to create a special code for each person. Now, let's see how many characters again. 2 characters from each person's name. So 2 characters. 2 characters. Now, for these 2 characters, I'm going to use the mid function equals mid the text. So this is the person's name. Mid where, starting from which character? I want it to start from the third character. The third character. Okay, let me say 2 because some have 3 characters. So if I start by the third character, then it won't be a special code. So let me start by the second character. So I wanted to start by the second character, but only give me or return 2 characters. So that's 2 characters starting from the second character. So from this text, Amanda, starting from the second character, which is M, and then I want it to give me 2 characters. That means it's an MA. So the special code will be M and A. Okay, so B2 starts from the second character and second character, and also give me 2 characters, 2 letters. Yes, so MA, second character, and 2 characters. So starting from here, I want it to give me 2. So that's 1, 2. M is number 1 and A is number 2. Let's copy this and see. Yes, so these are the special codes for everyone. Special codes for everyone. Right, guys, so that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. You now know how to use the text functions left, right, and mid function. So the 3 text functions, left, right, and mid. I hope you are now able to use, or you are able to explain what these functions are, and you are able to use this function. So I believe from now on you won't have a problem when you want to extract data from certain cells on Excel using these functions. Right, so guys, that's it for today. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you enjoyed. And please note that in our next lesson, we will continue with the text functions. Right, so we will continue. Remember, we have more text functions, so we will look at more text functions. Thank you so much. Goodbye.